Great, thanks. Oh, that's personal. I'm 37. So I'm an English teacher here at IPSI with students in ESO. I was born in a town north of London called Bedford, and then when I was 7 I moved to the north to York, where I lived in a small village. I have really good memories of my childhood. I remember when I moved from a town to a village, I was so surprised at the difference in the community in a village, at how green everything was, and I really enjoyed living in a rural community. At 18 I went to university. I studied at Manchester and I did French and business management. Good memories. Yes, I lived in Manchester for 3 of the 4 years and I met some incredible people. I lived with 5 friends, so we did a lot of partying and we shared a lot of experiences together. One of the years was out in France as I was studying French, and I have to say that was the best and the worst year of my life. I suppose we exchange emails and WhatsApps now and then. There's just really one person that I would meet perhaps every couple of years. So yeah, just a few people. After I finished my degree, I went home to live with my parents and I got a job in a local sports club. I was selling the membership, and this was so that I could go traveling with a friend. So after working for 9 months, my friend and I went traveling and we went right around the world. We spent 4 months going from place to place. I love being here. I think I've landed my dream job. I really enjoy being in the classroom, and as well as being able to share my language and hopefully help others learn it, I get to enjoy the social side, so being around people. And well, teenagers are great fun. I suppose I have. I can't think of anything right now. I guess I'm always learning. And many situations are new, but I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Well, I'm not married, but I'm in a serious relationship, and I've been with my partner for over 10 years. We have 1 child who is almost 6. Definitely for better, but I have to say that it's, well, becoming a parent is an amazing and unforgettable experience. You're never bored, and I laugh every day with my son, but at the same time it's a very steep learning curve. You're always learning, always moving from one stage of their development to the next. His name's Luca. At the moment he's studying in La Scuola Azzurres, which is just here in the neighborhood. Oh gosh. Somebody the other day said I was always very neutral and always trying to be politically correct. So I guess I don't want to ever judge people when I first meet them. I try to be positive where possible. And I guess I'm a friendly person who's curious to learn and meet new people. I have to say I feel like I don't have much free time. But when I grab a moment for myself, I enjoy reading. If I have a little bit more time, for example, in the summer, I love going traveling. I suppose that I'm quite an active person, which means that I'm not your typical couch potato who stays at home watching films. I like to get out and about and explore and enjoy life, basically. That's not an easy question. I suppose I'm always trying to be a better teacher, so learn from different styles of teacher or colleagues with more experience. So I suppose I'm always trying to be the best version of my professional self. I have to say I don't. No, I did start a collection when I was younger. As I've mentioned, I love traveling, and I think this is a sort of addiction that I've inherited from my grandmother. So when I was 9 or 10, my grandmother made me start a collection. And so every time I traveled to a different country, I would buy a bookmark. And then I would keep the bookmark in an album and write the name of the country and the dates. Nowadays, it's not always a bookmark, but I always make sure that I get something from the place that I visit, and with it, I write the dates of my trip and who I traveled with. Wow. So after university, I went to India, Southeast Asia, and Central America and Mexico. So it's quite complicated to choose one place. If I had to, I'd say the place that stays with you forever is India. It's just magnificent, and somewhere that it's really hard to imagine if you've never been there. You know, you can see it on the TV. If you see New York on the TV, then when you go there, you kind of feel like you've already been there. But with India, it's completely different. It's out of this world. I'd recommend it. The most different food. Well, it's not really different, but I remember in Central America and Mexico, I couldn't get used to eating rice for breakfast. So I guess that was a cultural change that I couldn't quite adapt to. In terms of most different, perhaps somewhere like Malaysia, which has a lot of soups, but soups with surprises. So lots of things kind of floating in there, noodles, eggs, vegetables.